Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a look here at the veteran under center, their seventh-year quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Griffin. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7.
Now it's Griffin. And his throw is incomplete.
George Pickens, his intended receiver there.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On first down, it's Falk. Buying time to his left. Fights off the defender. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
To throw on second down, here's Falk. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Falk. Flushed out right. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good. Pick up on first down. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, Griffin. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns set to take over. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now here's Falk. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Falk. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd down, Falk. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the shotgun, here's Falk. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Williams again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 53 yards.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Falk looks to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Falk. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They will start this drive with Ford. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's Griffin. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Griffin to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Falk now, a 1st down throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Griffin. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. This is Ford. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Ford.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Now Griffin. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Deebo Samuel,
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me.
and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's Falk out of the gun. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fights through him. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Fall. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Griffin. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They run with Ford. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Back now in Pittsburgh. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Up the middle they go. Chamberlain. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive is eating up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now they'll audible to something else.
They'll run on first down. Ford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. First and goal.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time he is in. Taking it in for 2 yards out.
And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Falk. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Operating from the gun. Falk. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To throw again on second down. Falk over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Falk. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
From the 38 now, here's second down at 7.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
On 2nd down now, Chamberlain. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Chamberlain. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Up the middle they go. Chamberlain. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chamberlain. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the fourth quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing on first down. Falk, he finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now 3rd down and 7. They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.